Have you ever noticed that moment? The instant a friend walks into a room full of people, they bypass the small talk, the forced smiles, the intricate human dance, and head straight for the dog? Or maybe you are that person. There's something strange about the complete, uncomplicated peace you feel curled up with a cat, a horse, even a lizard. A feeling that often eludes you in the presence of your own species. It's a profound preference, a deep magnetic pull. Here's the paradox. You are wired for connection. You crave belonging. Yet, you find your truest, safest, most consistent bond, not in the complicated mirror of another human face, but in the innocent, unwavering gaze of an animal. Why does the silence of a pet often feel louder, truer, and safer than the noise of human conversation? This isn't about misanthropy. This is about a very specific wiring in your heart and mind. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to uncover the deep, compassionate, and scientifically validated psychology of people who prefer animals over humans. You walk through the world, and you are constantly translating. You are reading faces, calibrating tone, deciphering subtext. Did they mean that? Is this a test? What do they want from me? Human interaction is a vast, unspoken ocean of conditional acceptance. You are always aware of the asterisk beside the relationship. I like you as long as you meet these expectations. But then you come home, you open the door, and there is no translation required. There is no subtext. Here's the truth. The energy that greets you is pure, unadulterated, unconditional regard. Your pet does not care about your job title, your bank account, or the awkward thing you said in a meeting 6 months ago. They care only that you are here. They are a safe, singular point of truth in a world built on artifice. But here's the thing. This preference runs far deeper than just avoiding stress. The people who feel this preference most intensely are often those who are exquisitely attuned to authenticity. You don't just prefer animals. You recoil from the inconsistency and potential for betrayal you have learned to associate with human connection. Visual animation showing a human face with shifting, complex expressions contrasted with a simple, consistent animal expression. Exploring the psychological mechanisms. Host. And this is where it gets interesting, because the psychology behind this runs deeper, right into the roots of your emotional regulation and even your brain chemistry. Think about attachment theory. Traditionally, this theory focuses on the bond between a child and caregiver. But for many of you, that foundational human bond was anything but secure. Maybe it was chaotic, maybe it was dismissive. You learned early on that closeness equals unpredictability or even pain. So you adapt. You seek out relationships that provide a guaranteed secure base. And what is a pet if not the purest definition of a secure attachment? They are predictable, available, and responsive. They offer non-judgmental empathy. In the presence of your dog, your cortisol levels, your stress hormones drop. Your oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, surges. Your brain literally rewards you for being near them. Music. Piano becomes slightly more reflective. But here's what's fascinating. The quality of the connection is actually enhanced by the lack of language. You might be a person who overthinks every word. You filter, you edit, you worry. But with an animal, the connection is purely somatic. It's felt in the body, it's in the weight of a cat on your chest, the rhythmic breathing of a dog at your feet. You engage your mirror neurons not by imitating complex facial expressions, but by simply matching a steady, calm presence. The silence is not emptiness. It's a form of controlled, safe intimacy. You don't have to perform. You can just be. Now, let's address the big contradiction that often makes you feel judged. People ask, if you're so compassionate, why don't you connect with people? The truth is, people who prefer animals are often not less compassionate. They are often more compassionate. They possess an extremely high level of effective empathy, the ability to feel what others are feeling. Here's what's really happening. 1. High sensitivity and emotional exhaustion. Because you feel everything so deeply, human drama, the passive aggression, the emotional manipulation, the unspoken requests, is profoundly draining. You are highly sensitive and you have learned to protect your energy. 2. The ethics of helplessness. An animal is transparently vulnerable. They cannot defend themselves using complex social mechanisms. This triggers a powerful protective impulse in you. You see a pure, honest need, and you can meet it completely. With a human, the need is muddied by choice, history, and ego. With an animal, the equation is simple and ethically clear. 3. The paradox of control. In human relationships, you have very little control over the outcome. People can change their mind, leave, or lash out. In the relationship with your pet, you are the provider, the protector, and the source of comfort. This isn't about dominance, it's about establishing a relationship where trust is guaranteed by responsibility. It is a perfectly safe ecosystem of love. And this is where it gets interesting. The people who prefer animals often have an intense, almost spiritual connection to the nonverbal world. You read body language with absolute precision, you sense mood, and you understand the depth of suffering in a creature that cannot articulate it in a language you can dismiss. But the choice to prioritize animal relationships also has consequences you feel keenly. It can lead to loneliness, to misunderstandings, to feeling perpetually outside the human circle. Maybe you've heard the dismissive labels, antisocial, eccentric, weird, but the truth is, you are simply someone who has chosen integrity over convenience. You have chosen depth over volume. You have chosen the safety of an honest heart over the risk of a deceptive mind. Your love for animals is not a flaw, it is a profound testament to your capacity for unconditional love and radical acceptance. It is a demonstration that you value authentic connections so highly that you would rather have none at all than settle for something shallow or performative. You are not escaping human connection, you are waiting for a human connection that matches the purity you have found in the non-human world. And that is a noble, if challenging, standard to hold. This isn't just about coping, it's about healing. For many, the consistent, gentle presence of an animal is a quiet, powerful form of reparenting. It teaches you, brick by brick, that you are lovable, that you are worthy of devotion, and that it is safe to open your heart without fear of sudden, cutting withdrawal. So let's circle back to that friend bypassing the party for the dog. The truth you just uncovered is that they, or you, aren't rejecting people. You are simply seeking out the uncomplicated yes in a world of anxious maybes. Your heart is not closed, it is simply discerning. It knows the difference between a relationship that requires you to shrink yourself and one that allows you to expand into your truest, most relaxed form. Understand this, your deep, beautiful connection to the animal world is a guidepost. It shows you exactly what you value in human connection: loyalty, simplicity, non-judgmental presence, and unwavering consistency. Use it as a compass. Instead of seeing your preference as a barrier to human connection, see it as the gold standard for all connection. Don't let anyone convince you that your capacity for compassion is wasted on creatures who cannot speak. The language of the heart doesn't need words. And maybe that's the real lesson. The truest love you experience is teaching you how to offer that same gentle, unconditional acceptance. First to yourself, and then perhaps to the carefully chosen humans who prove they are worthy of sharing your quiet, beautiful world. Be proud of the integrity in your love. That honesty is a rare and precious gift. If this resonated with you, hit the like button and share your story in the comments. Who taught you the meaning of unconditional love? And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the quieter corners of the human and not so human psyche.